Snow's really deep. A couple times I sank like a whole leg up to my hip. Well, hello and welcome back to 53.5, an original hiking series where I, Thomas Kerr, climb all 50 of the 3,500 footers here in the state of Maine. It is a new year and this is the first episode on this series of the year. I am very excited to be back bringing you a new episode. This is episode 8. And so far I have done 18 of the 50 3,500 footers. This year I hope to be completing the remaining peaks on my list. Today will be number 19. I am just getting one peak today, but it is going to be a good one. No bushwhacking today. I am on an actual trail. I'm doing Burnt Mountain and it is right next to Sugarloaf. It's kind of part of Sugarloaf, but it is its own mountain. I pivoted my hiking plans from my original hike I was planning to do today. The mountain forecast was calling for negative 25 degrees Fahrenheit with the wind chill today, which was a bit cold for the long trek I was planning on, but it actually turned out to be warmer. When I woke up this morning, the forecast only said negative 11 with the wind chill. That's up on top, keep in mind. At the trailhead, I had 11 degrees Fahrenheit, so definitely on the chilly side, but not too bad. I have been plenty warm so far. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to take my puffy off pretty soon because I will start to sweat. As you can see, I am solo hiking today. The conditions are beautiful, and when I say beautiful, I mean this is perfect. We got fresh snow, but a nicely packed out single track trail. I do have my snowshoes on. I probably could bare boot, micro spike, but it's just so much better with the snowshoes. It is, I think there would be a little bit of sinking going on if I didn't wear them, but I'm not having to break trail. It is perfect conditions for this, and the temperature so far is actually quite nice for, you know, pushing yourself and hiking. The sun is out. There are some clouds as well. But I think it's going to be a beautiful day today to be up on Burnt Mountain, checking off another 3,500 footer. So let's go. So at the second to last stream crossing, the trail changed. It went from being a nice, well packed out pathway to, looks like a couple of skiers came through here. So it's not nearly as packed out as it was. So I definitely sink a lot more with the snowshoes. Snowshoes were the right move, but it's too hot for this, I tell you what. Don't want to get too sweaty because later when I'm up on the exposed summit, that's gonna make me very cold. So, gotta regulate that body temperature and put in some work. I also boiled some water, put it in my Nalgene, and put it in the insulated sleeve I have for my Nalgene, so that with the cold temperatures today, it would help keep it from freezing, and also just makes it easier to drink. It's hard to drink it when it's like almost ice and you're already kind of chilly. It won't stay warm, hot forever, but it'll last a good amount of time in this sleeve and just make it easier to stay hydrated while I'm on the trail. Snow's really deep, especially in some of these more open areas. A couple times I sank like a whole leg up to my hip in snow. Not very often, just once in a while. There's just kind of a light pack from some skiers again. It was pretty well packed for a little while, but then it went back to this. So it's making me work for it, but oh, it's so beautiful. I just finished a very steep section. It's by far the steepest section of the whole hike so far. Didn't get any clips of it, because I was just working to get up it. When you're going up that really steep, it hasn't been packed out. You do a lot of backsliding, we'll say. But got through that. It's starting to snow, which was not expected. As you can see, I'm still sinking down. So, especially with all these little spruce trees, you end up with spruce traps, like that one. And wow, it's pretty with the snow coming down. Should be getting to the exposed alpine section soon. Loving it. Haven't been cold at all so far. We'll see what happens once we get to where I'm not in the shelter of the trees. Alright, I'm about to enter the alpine zone. Sugarloaf is right over there in the clouds, and Carabasset Valley. Heading up this way. First I gotta put some layers on, it's gonna get chilly. So I layered up by putting my down puffy back on, as well as my outer rain and wind shell. It is a bit windy up here. I'm still kind of sheltered, but I can feel it starting to blow. So I wanted to put that on. That's going to keep a lot of the heat on my body. I did not put the fleece on that I started with this morning because I still have some climbing to do, and that would just be too much. I don't want to sweat, but I want to be warm. So that's what I did. Also, there's like a group of 3 guys that just passed me. So hopefully they will be able to have the trail nice and packed from here to the summit, so that it's a little bit easier. So here we go into the alpine zone, into the snow. You ready? I am. Let's go. Came down off the summit so that you could actually hear me. The wind was blowing so hard, it was impossible to capture any audio. But Burnt Mountain, Maine 3,500 footers, number 19. What a beautiful summit and a beautiful hike. This is in competition so far for my favorite 3,500 footer here in the state of Maine. Probably the only other one that would come close is the Owl in Baxter State Park. They're just two very different hikes, because the Owl I did in the middle of summer, this I'm doing in the middle of winter. They each have their own beauties to them, but definitely both on the top of the list so far. There wasn't a whole lot to see from the summit, just because of the snow. It's, Sugarloaf is in the clouds, and as is everything else around. But it was still just really beautiful. The landscape and everything, the snow coming down. So I really enjoyed it. I'm going to make my way down now. Probably won't film much on my way down. Thankfully, a few people have come up behind me, and I passed them. They were going up to the summit. I was coming down. So now the footpath is looking very good. It should be much easier descending now that it's pretty well packed. So I am looking forward to that, and I'm going to make my way to the car. I'll check in with you when I get back. Okay, so I'm back down to the trailhead. It was a quick and very enjoyable descent. The trail was so well packed out, and it was just absolute prime conditions. It took me about 3 hours to get up, but only a little over an hour to get down. And part of that was I wasn't filming, but a lot of it was I wasn't syncing, and of course I was descending instead of having to climb. So anyway, what an awesome hike. Thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.